And now here we are again, episode number 6 of our Skew adventure. Hooray. So just gotta note the contrast in like the very warm lighting here in the foreground compared to the comparatively cold lighting in the back. I mean, that's just the effects of being in a flipping studio though, to be fair. It wasn't until like a little bit later on in the series where we actually started doing like on location shots. I mean, of course we filmed bits outside the studio as we saw that during I think episode 4 or 5. And I made fun of the lighting just before, but this is actually pretty good what they did here. With the green screen and everything, it really does sell that they're in like this dark area of the pub. You know, that is something we do improve on as we go along. We do rarely figure out the technology. I don't think I really had a proper storyline up until like Noah came in, which is like when, you know, the Emporium came up and basically where my characterization really began to set in. I actually came in one day like wearing a dressing gown for a scene, and it's like it looks very similar to like the one that Andrew was wearing just then. So there's like a lot of confusion because like Andrew thought I just stole his dressing gown at some point.
Is that a Walking Dead phone case?
Yeah, it is, yeah, it's like Daryl Dixon. Yeah, Zoe's like a proper geek. She's like really into like Supernatural, The Walking Dead, basically all that kind of stuff. Okay, this might be a controversial thing here, but I actually almost think that like Scott and Lauren arguably have more chemistry than like Scott and Natalia do. It seems like their relationship's a bit more organic than the one between Scott and Natalia.
Is he really?
Why have you got to be like this?
I guess I'm just not a real man. Not like Candy.
Like I said, chemistry. Oh yeah, Walter. He was the one and only person to actually die in Skew Bridge. Well, the only one who's confirmed. Like, we never knew what happened to Scott at the end of his run. I don't think it actually comes up in the show, so I may as well just go over it now. Of course, we're led to believe that him and Clinty are brothers. And, like, their mother had like Clinty at a very young age, and then like had Gary later on. However, this is the big twist due to some stuff that never actually came out because Skew Ridge folded before we could even start developing the idea. So there's going to be this character who's going to come on called Queenie, who is supposed to be like both Gary and Clinty's sister, almost like a middle child of sorts between the two brothers. But the plot twist is, Queenie is actually Gary's real mum. So it would have turned out that Gary's actually the child of Queenie and also this Mexican drug lord or Spanish drug lord. Well, due to, of course, the dangerous politics of like the cartel and stuff, it wouldn't have been safe for Gary to be brought up in that environment, so he was taken instead to the drug-addled new age psychic woman and was raised as her kid instead. I think I was planning that Gary would maybe go off with Queenie and go to be with his dad and stuff in like Spain or Mexico depending, and there would have been like a spin-off series showing Gary like navigating around the complex politics of life in the cartel. It wouldn't have just been like a straight up crime drama either, because Skew Bridge is a soap, I had an idea of using a lot of Spanish telenovela tropes, because a telenovela is of course a Spanish equivalent to a soap opera. Oh, I remember this scene like cracks up a lot of people. You just see like Gary's facial acting when it comes to drinking the beer. You know, actually, Andrew, who plays Rob here, he's actually managed to get a recurring acting job on Coronation Street now.
Excuse me, I was expecting Roy Cropper. Did you know I was coming?
Maybe he doesn't want to see you. Sorry.
Well, can you ask him?
I'm not on messaging service.
Oh, please, the last time this happened, he was just scared to leave the room. He might just need someone to walk with him.
All right. Barker to control. Over.
Yo Gotham, who is Walter, he actually works as a wedding photographer usually. He actually did some of the early promotional photos for Skew Bridge. And I just want to mention, doing this exceptional bit of acting from Zoe here. You know, she actually almost managed to become Princess Diana in The Crown. She actually made it through the first round of auditions. I think she was pretty much came up practically second place to play like young Princess Diana. But you can see her playing the part, can't you? And on that cliffhanger, that is something we got better at doing, I think, as we went along. We knowing where the cliffhangers were.
Yeah, because there wasn't any actual episode outline. People would just record scenes whenever they met up, and then it was up to the editors to decide where episodes began and ended.
Yeah, exactly. We just had to figure out where everything went, really.